with someone starting today, let's just say they have 10K, like what is the process you would use to even find, evaluate a business idea, get started, get rolling? Because you've done it so many times. You've done it already multiple times.
Yeah. So chapter four of the book lays it out. Like you're going to make a list of 10 businesses that you could potentially start. First 5, I like them to be very low risk. You can bootstrap them. It's usually clean something, move something, wash something, repair something. Then there's 3 more businesses that are a little bit higher skilled, where you gotta have some kind of specialty, or you're taking a little bit of risk. You're buying a piece of equipment potentially. And then the last 2 should be like the dream businesses, where yes, you need capital. This is like where self-storage falls in. You got to raise $500,000. You got to buy a tree removal truck. You got to buy a franchise. You got to do something like that, right? And then you're going to assess your local market for all 10 of those businesses. You're going to call all the competitors, figure out how busy they are, and then potentially start one of those companies. So I think you work through the framework of just assessing a market, and you can start these things in a very low risk way. And then you go out and start trading your time for money. Everybody tries to skip that step. They want to hire a bunch of people. Go out and trade your time for money. Hopefully it's $30, $50, $100 an hour. Then when you're too busy to sell more work, you hire somebody. And when you're too busy to sell more work, you hire another person. You hire a couple international people to help you in your back office to run the business. And next thing you know, you have a business that can make you a couple $100,000 a year. And I think a huge part of entrepreneurship in general is just like, where is your end zone? Like where are the goalposts? People think they have to have $1 billion startup to win. I needed $20,000 a month, man. Like if I had $20,000 a month coming in, I could put my family in safe vehicles. I could send them to a good school. I could play golf at a decent golf club, and I could go to a restaurant without looking at the price. And if I could do that while working 5 or 10 hours a week, I had ultimate freedom. So I encourage people to do that exercise. What is your goal? Sometimes if you play LeBron James, you might make $1 billion, but what are the odds you're going to beat LeBron James in basketball? If you play against a 5th grade girl and $20,000 a month is on the line, to pick the right business, it's a little bit higher odds.
It reminds me, so I know we're almost out of time here, but it reminds me of 2 different things. One's Sean Sheik, who I had on the show before. He had a growth agency, Pivot CMO, so like running growth for startups basically, so very much services. Now he's doing like a holding company. He has businesses that are worth, I think, $300 million over time. Just cash flowing, find new ones, cash flowing, and stack forever. And it's just so perfect. And then the other one reminds me of with what you've done is Ryan Peterson from Flexport. He had Imports Genius, which very much so profitable business that took basically all the risks then for his next thing to then go the home run route with Flexport, raise the money, go big. But he's already making millions from Import Genius. He doesn't have to worry about anything else. Like this, the way to do what you're saying in terms of doing a service business, make some money, stack that. You can always pursue more opportunities beyond that. It seems just like a smarter idea.
Your first business, and look, if you look at almost all the successful tech titans, very rarely was their first business the one that was the one. Okay, yes, Bill Gates, yes, Steve Jobs, yes, Mark Zuckerberg. But other than that, you look at all the other billionaires, they all had a previous win, man, because a huge part of business, Elon Musk, a huge part of business is having the cash flow coming in the bank. It's very hard to do business if you're broke, period. So your first business is not necessarily about acquiring $1 billion or changing the world. Your first business is about acquiring the skills, acquiring the capital, making a little bit of money so that then you can operate on a higher level and momentum takes over. And yes, it's your second business or your third business or your fourth business that you do get to screw around and take a moonshot because you're financially set.